Alright, here we are at Taos Ski Valley. Me, Daniel, Michael, Buckethead. We're going up there to the top of Wheeler Peak, New Mexico's highest summit. It's on the other side of those. That's the first false summit you get. This little river running through the village. Well, we got a pretty good hike ahead of us, and we're gonna get to the top. All right, so we've climbed about 1,500 feet and about 1.5 miles. We're not going to that summit. We're going to one about 1,000 feet taller than that one. That's the eastern ridge, the smaller ridge. The altitude is getting a little tough with no acclimation. The air is no joke. In the background, further out, that looks like Lake Fork Peak. It could be old Mike. It really is a beautiful place.
But I haven't noticed.
It's hard to see it when your head's down. Soon we'll be at Williams Lake, catch a break, get some lunch there. Well, eat the lunch that we brought, because there's no restaurants. Williams Lake, there's no car access. That's just through the mountain. Alright, I'll see you then.
Ooh, look at that nice road right there.
This is why you do it, right here. To get up there. There's still a patch of snow on Lake Fork Peak.
Oh, wow. But that bitch runs off solar, too. But the roof is solar. Because they got all their lights on and nobody's even on. For me, a bagel.
Alright, so we just came over this shit right here. Because Stevie Wonder here couldn't see that the path went to the right of it.
I purposely went up it. I wanted to scramble up it.
Sure, yeah.
He said that. He's like, I think I'm going to scramble up it.
Yeah. So he's going to scramble up it because we still don't have to scramble up that.
We're walking up that.
Well, it's my turn next.
Does that look like you're walking up that?
2 miles onto the trip and elevation.
I added a little scramble to it.
A little scramble, so we'll see.
There's Lake Fork Peak. No, he's not. Don't you put that on us. There's Lake Fork Peak. Late August. It still has little patches of snow on it. What we're doing right now is descending back down to Williams Lake Trail. So we were up at 11,300 feet. Now we're going back down to right at 11,000 feet. But seeing those pine trees on the face of Lake Fork Peak gives you an idea of just how big it is. We are not summiting Lake Fork Peak though. We are going to summit Wheeler Peak, which we will be able to see shortly. Lake Fork Peak's 600 or 700 feet shorter than Wheeler Peak, if I remember correctly, if I remember my elevations right. Wheeler's 13,1, I think 13,160, I believe, 13,167, somewhere around there. Lake Fork Peak, I believe, is 12,5. And there is Simpson, or is that old Mike? It's one of those. Think about a ridge style mountain. We're in the basin now. it surrounds us on either side, so it's a ridge across the top, and so you have several little sub-peaks. Wheeler, of course, is the parent peak and the highest point in New Mexico. These are all of its sub-peaks, all part of the Wheeler Massif. So, to make it easy, this whole thing is Mount Wheeler with a bunch of sub-peaks. Because once you get on the Wheeler, you pretty much can walk along the knife edge, if you're so inclined, around the Lake Fork and Simpson and Old Mike. And here is Williams Lake, well, Alpine Lake. There's another hiker that beat us to it. I saw him this morning hiking out of our area. There is Buckethead and Daniel Wheat. Cool Wheat. And there's Williams Lake. It's the first time I've seen it from down here. The last time I saw it was from up there, hiking from the Eagle's Nest side. So, and that was 17 years ago. Down, very peaceful down in here, and I'm the asshole filming, breaking it all up. But you can hear the chirps of the marmots. See that beep, marmot chirping. So let's go and get a look at the hulking mass that is Wheeler Peak. Where's he at?
They know you can bring dogs.
Yeah. There he is.
I'm taking my dog with me to...
I don't know, that may be starting shit with him doing that.
I'm gonna have to tell my wife about it, because she's gonna want to definitely come up here.
He's gonna come rob your backpack. He's getting ready to jack you.
Backpack. I got peanuts and goldfish.
He'll take some food if you got it.
You got peanuts, give him some peanuts. Dude, you're such a fucking stingy bastard. You won't give that little bitty chipmunk some fucking peanuts.
Chipmunk.
Or ground squirrel, whatever he is.
How many national parks you been to in the last 10 years? 0?
There we are. 11,433 feet, looking across at Lake Fork Peak. There's Michael. I'm struggling a bit with the altitude, to say the least. One of the big things is my camel pack's not dispersing fluid anymore. It's something wrong with it. It's not. I'm having to try to pull too hard to get water out of it. So Michael slowed down and gave me some water as it started getting a little dry. So I'm gonna monitor on the hero on the way up because it's causing me to get a headache real bad. So if the headache subsides, I stop every so often, let the headache slow down. It's just throbbing. Let it slow down, and I start walking in. It's fine. But I gotta continue. I gotta figure out a way to get fluid out of this camel pack because there's still quite a bit left in it. But we're gonna continue up that way to the summit. Daniel's already probably at the summit, so we'll be seeing him in about an hour and a half. But I don't really care. It's slow and steady. All I'm doing is putting one foot in front of the other. You know, really need a day to acclimate to this altitude from sea level. This is just try to do this a little bit too quick, but everybody that knows me knows that I don't always do things in the traditional manner, so we'll get there. All right, we were beginning our exit of the tree line. You see the trees are getting stunted, so no longer the 100-foot pines. It's getting to these little dwarf guys here.
Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Look at this little Christmas tree.
I'm not dragging one back down. We still got to go up a long way. So another 1,000 feet of climb. Look over at Lake Fork Peak.
Tiny bit of snow left.
This is it, a couple little patches, just in time for it to start snowing again. There's me struggling with the altitude. But God damn it, I'm gonna make it. Excuse me, I pardon my French. Hope I don't offend anybody. If I do get over it, I'm at 11,000 or 12. I'm at 12,000 feet, a little over 12,000 feet now. So, and I'm not used to this shit. I live at 500 feet with 80% humidity right now, versus no humidity. 700 or 600 in-bar pressure, 500 in-bar pressure.
My spit dried before it hit the ground.
Yeah.
It evaporated.
Let's look at the beautiful trees instead of my grill. But I'm doing what I can to get up this thing. I am so far out of shape from doing stuff like this. Those who know me know how many surgeries I've gone through in the last few years. So I've done no activity. I'm 50 pounds heavier than I should be. But those who all know me also know that I'm a tenacious bastard. I will do push-ups in my own puke just to prove that I can do the number that you set me for. So you best believe I'm going to finish this. It's going to take me a little while, but we're going to get there. And we'll see you at the summit. Alright, so here we are now. We've come across this whole scree field here. Not pleasant at all.
Twice.
Twice, yeah. There's a bigger one down there. So we're making our way. Summit is up there. Still got a ways to go. Still laboring with the air. We'll be there shortly. Alright, so we're further up on the side of Wheeler. We're going to take a little break here. And around here so you can see what we've come through. That is rough. There's a lot of scree. A lot of loose rock, a lot of steep inclines, but we're here, we're getting closer. We're 600 feet, not even that, probably 500 feet from the summit at this point, which is behind me, and I'm not taking the energy to turn around and show it to you. But there it is. Well, that's Lake Fort Peak. So there's the summit of Lake Fort Peak. So picture a couple, about 400 feet higher than that. That's where we need to go. Oh, there's Williams Lake back there again. We were down at earlier. So shows you how far we've come just from there. And we'd already climbed 2,000 feet to get to that point from where we started. See you at the summit. We have made it onto the saddle. From there, the summit's right there, and here we are, looking down to an alpine basin. On the other side of that peak, it drops way off. There's Michael, there's Mount Walter. I need to go get to the summit, take a break. There it is, there's the summit. We are here.
Did you keep a timer?
Sorry guys, excuse me.
Did you bring your wallet?
Wheeler Peak.
I'll pay you back. Yeah, it's good. Because we don't stop here still. It's not, I mean, the way down is way shorter. Holy shit.
There it is, the summit register's inside of there. And there is Philmont, the Cimarron Range. Yeah, it's in there, registers inside of it. There is Mount Baldy. There is where we came from. There is Daniel and Michael. We made it. There's me on the summit of Wheeler. My third and by far the most difficult summit of this mountain.
Third and final, dude.
No, but I'll do it again, but this was by far the most difficult. But this is also the only time I've ever come up here without acclimating. And then there's guys, and then there's Chuck Norris here running up the mountain.
See that? That's the trail we're down.
I take it you guys don't live at sea level.
No, we live here. Where do you live?
I'm fucking dying.
Trail down there? That's Main Lake. So
There's Lake Fort Peak.
Am I taking a photo of us?
Absolutely not.
Thank you.
Or do you want back?